What's a big old deal? It's me, your girl Royal Rubes, and I'm here today because I would like to share 3 tips on how to cope with being the black sheep in adulthood. So here's tip number 1. I'm just gonna get straight into it because I don't need to be thinking too much or having too much anxiety about this. I just want to get my message out to my peoples because I know it's gonna be helpful for the weirdos like me and you, because you must be weird if you found your way here. I want to share 3 tips. Here's the first tip: practice compassion, because compassion opens the door to forgiveness. When we forgive, we release judgment, and that gives us the opportunity to heal our pain. That's a tip 1. Shit is easier said than done, but don't for a second go thinking you don't have compassion. You reach inside and you get it because you do have compassion. You just need to choose to see that and be acting on that. You feel me? Tip number two is to remind yourself. This is a big one. Remind yourself that your family has trauma, and how they treat you is a reflection of how they treat themselves. Do not take it personal, because how they talk to you is probably much similar to their self-talk. It's not your fault. It's not their fault. It just shit happens to us that we can't explain. That's why we need to use compassion to heal and understand shit. Okay. Tip number 3 is try. This one's worked for me a great deal because it's helped me weed out the family members who I'm more similar with and the ones who I just need to keep at arm's length because we don't have anything in common. But tip number 3 is try speaking to them in one-on-one settings. In the effort to truly connect soul to soul, because people tend to feel safer being vulnerable and being in intimate spaces. People rather be vulnerable in smaller spaces with less people. So they, you know why? Because it's just easier to it's easier to be yourself when it's just one person, because you don't feel as much shame and guilt. That's my belief anyways. There's one exception to this tip, and it's if you're dealing with a narcissist. In that case, you want to never, ever be alone with these people, because we don't want to give them the space and opportunity to be themselves. We don't want to give them um, the space to be able to drain our energies and suck our souls. We don't want to give them that space. So you always want to be with narcissistic people when you're around a group of people, because like I said, people are more comfortable being vulnerable and being their true self when it's only one person, one other person around them. So we want to avoid giving a narcissist the space to be them true selves. Because we don't want to see that. We want them to keep that shit on the inside, because we're not here for that type of abuse, and that's on period. And that's just that on that. But that's all. So right now I just want to do a quick recap. I want to make this short and sweet because I feel like nobody needs we don't need it all drawn out. I want to get straight to the point, because I really, really hope that if you're watching this and you struggle with being a black sheep in the family, that it helps you to know that you might not have control over your family, but you have total control over you and how you react. And you keep your power when you don't allow these people to make you feel as if you're an outsider or if you're a loser or some shit. Um, And like using these tips have really helped me a lot because just recently my uncle had a birthday. He's a Leo. So like it was awesome. It was extravagant. Like he rented a yacht and the whole family came and it was nice. It was like really nice. I never really been on a boat like that before. I went on a cruise once, but I never been on a yacht. So I'm really appreciative that my uncle is so dope to do things like that because I get new experiences. But I wouldn't have known how cool my uncle was if I didn't take time to talk to him one on one and be able to share that intimate space so we can get to know each other on a deeper level. And doing that, I gained a lot of insight from him. I'm super appreciative of him. And so now these days, I'm working on building bonds and relationships with more of my family members because regardless of our differences that we have with our families, all of our families are crazy. We all crazy, but it's always nice to have the support system because at the end of the day, we do need grounding. We do need a foundation because without a foundation, without grounding, without tilting your ground and planting your seeds, nothing good is gonna grow. So now, I just want to do a quick recap of all my tips and share some clips with you from being on my uncle's yacht. And I didn't get to I didn't get to get much footage, but it was really cute. It was really fun. And if you got this far, thank you. And I hope you enjoy these clips. Why it records like this?
You knew that.
Virgos remember everything.
I saw this. I'm like, wait a
But yeah, so quick recap. Number one, have compassion and forgive. Number two, remember it's them, not you. It's them, not you. You need to remember that. Whatever nasty they got to say about you, it's them, not you. And three, one-on-one conversations, always. And unless you're with the narcissist, then group always in a group of people so people can see the nastiness that person is. But yeah, that's it. I just want to say peace and love, y'all. It's me, Royal Rubes. Thanks for being here. Thanks for being beautiful.